So it's time once again to continue our search for a gold albino grizzly out here on Yukon Valley. And I'm sure it comes as no surprise we're here in multiplayer, and currently it is not even close to grizzly drink time. It's 1400, so we'll be waiting on either the time to get reset, maybe to get host, something like that. And in the meantime, we're going to run around in the dead forest and other areas we may be able to just encounter them not drinking, such as that one right down there. And maybe we can find what we're looking for without even having to go to a drink zone. And so I thought we'd bring Yukon's own 300 canning magnum today. Gonna go ahead and try to take this female grizzly with that. Sort of awkward to try to get to the heart, so looks like we got lungs no problem. And our first kill's literally right outside the outpost. And I would say a pretty good indication of kind of what we're gonna be trying to do for some amount of time in the near future. Shot right under the heart, by the way. But yeah, as we wait for some opportunity to hunt grizzlies in their drink time, whatever that may be, this is going to be pretty much the plan. So finally, a male grizzly at least, just a level 5. I think since the wind's bad, try to just get his attention, and hopefully we can get some kind of opportunity to heart shot. We snuck that by there. I wasn't sure if maybe that tree hitbox was going to be too much. But at the very least, we're actually seeing a lot of bears so far. It's been a bunch of solo females though. So hopefully more pairs, the more opportunities to get males. And I gotta think too, like, where there are solo females somewhere out here to match, there's probably solo males too. But obviously that's just gonna be a silver. Got him right lung and heart. He's actually like, that looks kind of neat. Like mid-warning call. Grizzly models obviously need a rework, especially in the wake of both black bear and brown bear getting one, but somehow I think it's kind of hiding some of the weird, like, facial features with that roaring pose. That actually looks good. Anyway, we're gonna scoot down to this small lake, check that area, and then maybe actually go up into the, like, north center of the map, trying to find areas where not only grizzlies are resting, but where we can see them in the distance. They actually move pretty quickly. So trying to track one down that's spooked is not an easy proposition, like just to get eyes on it, make sure it's not rare or whatever. So ideally we just spot him before that happens. Finally, at least we have a decent moose out here. Antlers lean kind of backwards, but at 220 to 273, gonna try to get his attention, and hopefully we can land this heart shot if we can. I don't know what that was, but if we can, he'll be our first gold of any kind of the hunt. So there's our chance, inevitably. He's gonna dive right into the water, so we gotta sit here and wait. And as much as I love the snow on Yukon, probably the only negative is, it would be a little bit harder to perhaps like see an albino grizzly just sitting out there in the dead forest area. We might be able to snag this just on the run by. It would be nice, because it is the end of moose drink time, and I figured we'll try to cover as much ground as possible. I think it's gonna just go out past us. It's a little too deep here. And it's like the whole way along. I think we have it this time. There we go. 241 score. Got him heart and right lung. And we'll at least like hunt as much of the Wolf's Head Lake as we can here until their drink time ends. And then I guess we can make the move up into this area. And right on cue, end of moose drink time, we got host of this server. So we're going to make it like early grizzly drink time, like 4:30-ish. Hopefully they're into their zones. And I mentioned hunting up here in the north earlier. It's a pretty good spot for grizzlies that actually caribou drink at the same time. So we're gonna hit these two lakes, try to get down into here, and then as always, we go to the railroad bridge last, just because it takes forever to claim stuff. But a lot of grizzly hotspots, and we're gonna try to get to pretty much all of them. There we go, a max estimate 7. That's looking a little bit better, and you can see why I like to go up to these areas. That's gonna be a fairly lengthy shot, but I'd rather take it from here. With these big lakes like this, there's potentially enough room for other bears to be drinking in the area that won't hear this shot or will hear it and won't flee from it. And obviously we want to have the opportunity to spot those. So typically, I won't, at this particular spot, go all around here. You can get them drinking back there, but it's one of those things, much like the railroad bridge, that just take forever to get all the way around. So just in this case, we got to go claim that guy anyway. Might as well see if there's any drinking on the back side of the lake. And then maybe we just got to move a little bit quicker in other areas. I mean, there you go. 3 bears back here, 2 males in fact, 2 level 6s, whole bunch of caribou as well. And like I said, it's one of the things that just takes forever, but it's obviously an area they can drink at. A lot of this is super steep, so I'm guessing we're fine on this end. I don't see anything. So we're going around there. We gotta go and get that max estimate 7. Might as well try to get one of these. And I think this one's gonna be a slightly easier potential hard shot. Would be really nice if we don't need to track 2. That's gonna do exactly what we want. Please don't fall in the water. Okay. All good there. And now we've got potentially 2 goals out of here. So you can see it, like, sun's starting to come up. It's getting light out. But starting to make our way around here. That one was a silver. So kind of unfortunate he falls shy of gold. And we fall in the water, apparently. Thanks for claiming that. But I'd still rather take the silver as opposed to maybe a gold level 6 beside him that we don't heart shot. Because really trying to make the most of our time here. Got about 45 real minutes now until Grizzlies are done drinking. Oh, wait. That is not a diamond caribou. That's a guaranteed troll. But I suppose we're going to have to take that too. Next to a level 5 grizzly. Go figure. That's about 300. And we've got the 30-06 for opportunities such as this. We come up here, I mean, every time that we hunt Yukon. And I've always actually been surprised that we don't get diamonds, trolls, rare caribou. It's just not a place I tend to find big ones. Finally, our first 5 up here in a very long time. And it's a guaranteed troll. And so now we have our max estimate 7 grizzly. He, of course, is going to be a gold. 64.13 for him. Just straight through the right lung at 357. Now we've got a troll caribou laying somewhere up here, which unfortunately is also simply just a gold. Oh, what the heck? No way, a legendary grizzly. 66 to 70? But the most absurd part is he's nervous. We spooked him. You know how we did it probably too was taking that 350 something meter shot, 2 max levels at the same lake, 1 caribou guaranteed troll. That guy's got a really encouraging estimate. I'd like to get the caribou because obviously we're going to try to get close and go and get him. He shouldn't be far. I'm so glad that walk back to his drink zone nervous. It's not at all a guarantee they do that. So frankly, forget about this guy now. Trolls by, goodness gracious, like 70? Not even close. I can tell you one thing, this guy ain't gonna troll by 70. Hopefully he scores close to 70 though. And man, you just love to see that 9 legendary all caps. It just makes your heart skip a beat every time. But we're into about 160. Gotta try to make sure we don't hit the caribou's antlers. 0 for 150. And if we can time this caribou drinking his head up, that should be good. Did a little spinaroo, but he's going down. First time since the grizzly drink time changes that we've had a legendary grizzly on this hunt. So hopefully that's a sign of progress. Just fingers crossed he makes it. 66 to 70 on the estimate. Actually died in a pretty cool spot here. I wish we could keep the light on for the screenshot, but like there's a little bit of almost like frost looking, I think, from the remaining snow. What are we looking for though? For our first level 9 grizzly since the changes. Yes, 68.21. He makes diamond by a little over 1. Good deal. 660 kilo diamond grizzly. And it's the same thing like when we're chasing diamond snow leopards. Getting the rare, it's kind of the opposite effect. But just getting something decent on that quest, it feels like we're doing the right thing. It feels like we're hopefully working towards that ultimate goal of getting a gold albino. That's awesome. So now we're gonna hit these lakes in the south. It's already almost 6 a.m. so we gotta get moving. This is honestly one of the best grizzly servers we've ever been in. And I know like a non-max weight estimate level 7 is not that special, but routinely we cover a ton of ground, like spotting dozens of even male grizzlies, not just grizzly bears as a whole. And a lot of times it's 5s and 6s and that's it. It's nice to actually see some good ones. And that diamond grizzly just goes to show, you can, that looked melanistic for a second against the snow. You can do so much correct. You can go to the right areas. You can be at the right areas at the right time. And even yet, if you don't look in the right direction, in that case, if the nervous grizzly doesn't come back to the spot, you can still miss out, which is why we got to keep putting all this time in to try to kind of get the stars to align. But anyway, another gold grizzly down. This guy's a 63. Actually, not much lower than the max estimate 7 we got before. That 300 round punch right through the shoulder blade. We've got a bunch of lakes left to check down here. Hopefully we can get to all of them I think we can do that and still get up to the railroad bridge. It'll be close. So unfortunately, grizzlies are officially done drinking. Got a level 7 making his way out of the swamp here. And I think what we're going to do, since the railroad bridge already got hunted, we're going to go through the swamp. Same as earlier, kind of look for tracks. Maybe we can find one resting or anything like that. And it's the beginning of bison drink time, so we're in a good area for them anyway. Another gold grizzly, though, at least I think. It looked like he was going down fast enough that would have been lugs. And hopefully, at least, not going to be the last one of the hunt. So we did get him left lung, kind of back lung, but got the job done at 63 score. And I imagine we're going to start to see a lot of bison, but hopefully those grizzly tracks from them drinking in the swamp up here are still going to allow us to maybe have some sort of encounter. Well, that's kind of interesting. I was wondering what this guy's deal was. He went aggressive, but he was shot earlier. So I wonder if that's why. We kind of made the move up to the Wolf's Head Lake again because there was nothing going on in the swamp. And actually, the other people that are there now weren't even there earlier, but it was being hunted, so I figured we'd try to get out of the way. That guy was hit a little far back, and then we got him lung and liver. But yeah, just to try to get to an area where there's grizzlies and bison, just run around here, and last thing I would have expected is to have a wounded one try to get us. And there are way more bison that use like the ear part of the Wolf's Head Lake for drink zones than I was aware of. Got warning calls down here, really no big ones thus far. But I didn't know this area, like I knew bison drank along here, but I didn't know they'd go all the way around basically to the back side of the lake. No fours over there that I can see. So maybe we'll try to take the biggest 3. Couple that go up to 162. That guy goes up to 168. So I guess that'll be the one we try to get. Close to 200-ish. As soon as he turned his head sideways there, that was probably our best chance. He's aggressive anyway. As long as he doesn't just drop in the water. Which, I think he's going to drop in the water. So, maybe we're stuck. Is he going to get out of there? I don't think he's going to float. We might have gotten away with that. I mean, there's actually even more over there that I hadn't seen. I don't think there's anything even remotely decent in that herd, but we had plenty of time to look around, because he actually did end up floating over. He was like sitting on the shore for a while, and then slowly started maybe to slide down into the water. Nonetheless, that's all good, because he's going to float over to here, and I think that's going to be our last kill of the hunt anyway. He is a silver, unfortunately. Just missed being a gold, but we got him right lung, and I think we're going to take that diamond grizzly back to our second launch. Now, I imagine at some point there was something here, but I think this empty large plaque is going to be the perfect spot for this grizzly here. And I really like, with predator mounts that are done on the wall with like the half poses like this, lower down on the wall, I definitely think looks better. So that works out pretty darn good. A 68.2 diamond grizzly from Yukon Valley. And as I said, like, it's nice just to finally get something good for the grizzly bears. We've been hunting them for a couple of weeks now pretty consistently. And while we've gotten some really good stuff, diamond red fox and moose side by side, things like that, that's the first time we've actually gotten a trophy grizzly on that hunt. So hopefully that's progress. Hopefully we can parlay that into future good things down the road. But on that note, that is going to do it for this video. So as always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.